Hi, sir. My topic is all about the 5 P's of crisis management. So, this 5 P's is actually here under the law, which is Executive Order number 82, entitled Operationalizing the Practical Guide for National Crisis Managers and the National Crisis Management Core Manual, establishing national and local crisis management organizations and providing funds thereof. So under Section 4 of this law, it says here, the National Crisis Management Committee, all other crisis management organizations as the respective crisis managers and or cabinet officers primarily responsible shall adopt the following concepts, processes, and procedures under the 5 P's of crisis management. So, under this section, it discusses the 5 phases of crisis management. So, actually, crisis management, or crisis rather, is unpredictable, but it can be avoided through prevention and can be mitigated through preparation. And this requires assessment of known risk and strategies to prevent and mitigate potential crises associated with this risk through crisis management planning. Okay, so first phase is predict. So it says here, a crisis manager shall systematically conduct horizon scanning or scanning for emerging threats and conveying strategic warnings, and undertake situation awareness processes at the strategic, operational, and tactical levels. Meaning, we should pay close attention to news and events which can predict crisis, upcoming crisis, or even situations that may cause crisis. Okay, and then the second one is prevent. So it says here, a crisis manager shall prepare or update intra and interagency contingency and crisis action plans. So, for us to be able to prevent, we should be able to anticipate and have a plan, and we should be able to respond immediately. And when we were able to respond immediately to that crisis intervention, then we should follow plans accordingly. And then the third one is prepare. It says here, a crisis manager shall systematically undertake, prepare activities, organize, train, equipment, exercise, and evaluate or improve. And a crisis manager shall also undertake capability building and enhancement activities for these prepare procedures. So, yeah, practice. We need to practice for us to be able to assess better assist emergencies or the unpredictable crisis. Mga biglaang sitwasyon na hindi inaasahan, kahit hindi na predict, personnels or the persons or personnel involved, or the personnel that we will be deployed on that specific crisis, will be able to act accordingly because they were able to practice, or they were able to exercise, or rather the right term there is to practice the things that they need to do during crisis. And then actually these three, predict, prevent, and prepare, should always be observed even under the phase of performing. So the fourth phase is perform. And it says here, crisis manager shall systematically determine and declare an incident as approaching crisis level. Crisis must be addressed at the lowest political jurisdiction. Nonetheless, the responding local crisis management committee and the next higher level crisis management committee shall be equally responsible for determining the appropriate level of crisis response based on continuous and thorough assessment of the situation. Their assessment must consider the severity and nature of the crisis and the capability of available forces or units and resources. And as soon as an incident is declared as approaching crisis level, the responding crisis manager activates the incident command system and calls on the designated incident commander. The incident commander reviews existing intra and interagency or department contingency plans for suitability and develops a crisis action plan when no useful contingency plan exists. Okay? And lastly, with the four post-action and assessment, it says here, crisis manager shall systematically provide post-action and assessment reports to the subcommittee, National Crisis Management Committee, and the EXICOM, or the National Crisis Management Committee. So, under this phase, we will now assess what went wrong, what have gone wrong, and also determine what are the best practices that has been done during the crisis intervention. So, that's all, sir. Yun lamang po ang aking report. Thank you po, sir, and happy Valentine's.